Hello everybody, what's up? How you doing? Today we're going to be talking about the newly announced Aloy, the savior from another world, coming to Genshin Impact in the very first ever collaboration event, as well as the very first ever time that we've gotten an exclusive 5-star for free for the game, you know, aside from the Traveler, but the Traveler doesn't count. It's the basic character, what can I say? But what I wanted to touch on today is there are a lot of people out there that are hyping this up quite a bit, and you know, I'm hyped as well as too, because you know what this means? Persona 5 has a chance, Joker has a chance. But with all of this hype and all of this speculation about how good Aloy might be and all of that, we also have to keep in mind that this is MiHoYo we're talking about, right? MiHoYo has done a great job recently with their character designs and making them fun and making them somewhat all of the same power level. Since Ganyu and since Hu Tao, most other characters are about the same range of power as, you know, Eula and Ayaka and Kazuha, and all of those are sort of in the same realm of power, and they are really good at one specific thing. And I feel like Aloy being a cryo bow user, Ganyu being a cryo bow user, it's gonna be quite limited in the amount of things she's gonna be able to do and her power because she's free to play. Because really, keep in mind that if they give Aloy for free after version 2.1 and the start of version 2.2 update maintenance, so October 13, 2021, you know, you have to log into a special event around that time. The little description is kind of bare bones and all of that. Or November 24th, if they plan on doing a Ganyu rerun, who would summon on the rerun if they already have Aloy? You know what I mean? Because she's literally a cryo bow user. So you might want to keep your expectations in check. There was also something else that came to my mind, is that, and then I talked with a couple of content creator friends and friends that just play Genshin, is that free 5-stars like the Traveler usually get their constellations through gameplay. Whether it is shops and how Liyue and Mondstadt, you can buy the little thingies that, like, you know, give you talent, the constellations and all of that, little potion type of thingies, I don't know how to call them. However, if Aloy does get her constellations, because Aloy is free to play and they don't want to kneecap their own sales by giving away a very powerful character, I think she will either not have constellations, and if she does have constellations, they'll be rather weak. And if she has constellations and they're rather strong, I think she's not going to be a main DPS. I think she's going to be a sub DPS or a support in general, a utility. Why do I say that? Well, most people pull for real DPSs, right? Most of the new characters end up being DPSs, or sometimes you can use them as sub DPSs. Because the one role that you can always switch in and out quite easily is a role of DPS. If you have Ganyu, you can probably switch over the set to Ayaka and run a DPS Ayaka the same way that you would run a DPS Ganyu. Obviously different team comps and all that stuff, but what I'm talking about is transferring over the artifacts. Now, when you have the same situation with a sub DPS, unless you have a sub DPS situation, sort of how you would have, I don't know, Mona and like Xingqiu's type of situation, where they fill a very almost identical role of, you know, off-field hydro damage, you would have to build those characters up from scratch. And if you really look at it, there's already a very set meta of 4-star and 5-star sub DPS characters. Like, oh, obviously, if you want crowd control, Venti, Sucrose, Kazuha, and you have that one character in there in your team. If you want to have shields, Zhongli, Noelle, and I don't know, Jinyan, or Yanfei can do shields as well. And all of those artifacts can be exchanged throughout, because usually they share the same artifact stats, so you switch them in and out and you have the same character, really. However, DPS is a little harder to build around, because so far every DPS has been very unique. Even though Eula is a cryo character, you don't really want to build her as a cryo DPS, because her damage comes all from physical stuff and from her physical explosion in the ult. And similarly, even though Xiao benefits a lot from elemental mastery, like Venti and the Animal Traveler and Sucrose, And Kazuha, he does better with normal crit rate, crit damage, and a bit of elemental mastery thrown in because swirls are really good right now. But in general, you want to build them more like a DPS. So this huge ramble that I'm going on about is keep your expectations in mind for Aloy, because more than likely she's either going to be a just alright DPS, you know, Keqing levels of powerful, maybe Diluc even. But I would suspect that if she's a main DPS, she's probably not going to be that powerful because they want to make money. And if you give people a free 5-star DPS that just does really well like every other 5-star DPS from the Wish banners, then if you already have one team, for example, prepared for the Abyss, you only need another team and only one more DPS that you need on your team. And yes, you could argue, you know, it's a gacha game, people want to collect and all of that, but there's also a lot of people, friends and content creators that I've seen online, that they really only go for, you know, characters that make them more powerful and like pad out their team so that they can have the best team possible. And, you know, that won't happen if they just get a free 5-star that is really strong. And if, you know, Aloy isn't a 5-star DPS, and if she is a sub DPS, she will probably be, you know, alright. Maybe she's a little bit stronger than Keqing, would make sense. And she probably might not have Constellations, because how would you get their you can't roll, you can't wish for Aloy unless they include an Aloy banner eventually. But even then, like, that's a little whack. And, you know, there's nothing disclosing that Aloy, and they even said multiple times that you can get it with regardless of your platform. But keep in mind, this is a PlayStation crossover, and every PlayStation crossover, like with the Predator bow that comes with Aloy, it's effective for players on PlayStation only. The secondary strong strike effect, right? So keep in mind that there might be some things that, you know, they might throw in like a little thing there, like, oh, you get Aloy for free, but if there's Constellations, you can only get them on PlayStation. So, you know, keep your expectations in check. I'm super excited. Free 5-star is dope. I'm very bad, have very bad luck with 5-star pulls. I've gone to pity every single time. I've never won a single 50-50 except my Venti when the original game came out originally in the first update, and even then that made me go all the way to like Wish 85. I just have a horrible luck with pulls. So having a 5-star DPS or sub DPS is going to be amazing, because the only DPS I have is Keqing. So don't get me wrong, I am super excited. Just keep your expectations in check. Aloy is coming. Not too long from now, to be honest. It's just 2 updates from now, so about 2.5 months. Stay tuned for the calendar. Remember to be above ranked adventure rank 20. And thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Sorry that there was no stream yesterday. I was gonna do something very special, and we're gonna do the Yoimiya quest, but my internet cut out. I'm recording this on the day that the internet cut out, because today when you watch this video, I'm not gonna be at home. I'm gonna be visiting places. Can't disclose the places yet. But I'm visiting places, and I also can't stream today. But the next stream is gonna be Sunday, and we're gonna do all the Yoimiya quest thing and finishing the Archon quests, the Act 2, on Sunday. So if you don't want to miss that, go to my Twitch and follow it. And with all of that said, thank you everyone so much for the support. I appreciate every single one of you for being here. God bless, all the love, and I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.